Hello, and welcome to this edition of Silver Snaker's Boom Muscle. These can be high-intensity workouts, so make sure that you have medical clearance to engage in exercise at the moderate to high level of intensity. I'm going to change things up a little bit today as far as equipment. I'm going to use some slide disc, foam roller, and a mat. Some sort of support like a chair, something like that. One way to warm up is to do some foam rolling. So I'll demonstrate some of my favorite moves with the foam roller. I believe a really good exercise for we seniors is getting down on the floor and getting back up. And I don't think it really matters how you do it, whether you can go cross-legged and just stand up, which I've been able to do for many years, or however else you struggle to get up. Very useful, uses a lot of the different muscles in the body. So sometimes going down to one knee, one hand, then getting yourself down the rest of the way is a good way to go, and repeat that coming back up. So I like to start the foam roller with my calves. You can do both legs, just a gentle roll in and out. Some exercise professionals recommend foam rolling before your workout, after your workout, or both. Probably not a good idea to foam roll every day, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Increase the intensity by putting one foot on top of the other. What you want to do is find the areas that feel a little bit sore. Roll back and forth, and go side to side. Both moves are important. And for a few seconds, other side. So our Achilles tendons down by our heel, on the back there, are prone to chronic inflammation, overuse, and catastrophic rupture, which your surgical repair can put you in a cast for several months. And if you're an athlete, maybe even a year to get back to your higher level of performance. So you want to monitor the pain and chronic inflammation in your Achilles. As I work up the calf, notice several areas that feel quite sore. Concentrate on those for a few rolls. This can be fairly painful, so consider this a good pain that hurts. So you hope over time, as you roll out the scar tissue and tight fascia, it gets less painful. Moving up to the quads. Again, our hamstrings. Back here, prone to rupture, particularly with explosive movements. I think foam rolling also helps with overall flexibility. Then you can move yourself to sit on the roller. Lean to one side. You can cross a leg over. This is getting some of our deep gluteal muscles, piriformis. Other side. Scoot forward. And you can lean back on the roller. Roll out the lower back. Move up to the upper back. side to side. Then you can just get a nice stretch in your lumbar and thoracic spine. Okay. And roll it up to the front. You can put the roller off to the side. Try and target with your upper chest. The other side. I don't find rolling out my front abdomen particularly useful. So I move down to the groin, again put the roller off to the side. Target one leg at a time for the groin area. And roll to the side. Floors like this one, AstroTurf, can be quite rough, so you might need 2 mats or move the mat to the front and then putting your weight on your arms. Then to do the quads, you can do them simultaneously. I like to rotate my feet out. That targets more of the inner side. And then roll to one side. And put your feet down to take some of the pressure off. And the other side. And you roll it back. And you can get your anterior shins. It's a good idea to roll out the bottom of your feet, the plantar fascia. Can't really do that with a large roller like this. Better to use something like a cross ball, small ball. Take shoes off, 1 foot at a time, rolling on the bottom of your feet. Helps stretch out the plantar fascia, which is again prone to giving us problems with plantar fasciitis, chronic foot pain, which can be really miserable. Okay, so make sure you have some water, and again, we'll work on to our sliders. So slide discs are a hard plastic disc. Some of them seem to have a soft surface on the bottom. There's supposed to be some that are indicated for carpet, some indicated for hardwood. I haven't quite figured that out, which is which. On my floor, which is again AstroTurf, I like to use a hard disc. There's enough resistance with the carpet to get a good workout. Maybe on hardwood, these would be too slick. So maybe you'd want something with that padded or fabric surface on the bottom. So starting off, take one disc and just put your foot on it. You can put either your heel or your toe. And then let's just work going in and out, getting used to the movement. What I particularly like about the disc is your foot stays in contact with the floor. So if you're doing dynamic movements, it reduces the impact on your foot, toes, etc. And if you're like me and you have some arthritis in your toes, doing something like a jump back on a burpee or a mountain climber can be excruciatingly painful. So by using a disc, you remove that impact and in some ways make the exercise even more effective in that you have some resistance. Instead of just jumping, you're now pushing and pulling against resistance. We can switch sides. Take both discs, see if we can do that move both sides simultaneously. A good abduction and abduction. And let's pick one leg and rotate. Reverse direction. Double leg. And reverse. Okay, now step off the desk and stand up. We recommend getting a chair or some other support to help with balance as we go into some other exercises. So we have one foot firmly on the ground, with the other foot on the disc, and let's repeat that. This forward and back. When you're comfortable with this, let's go forward, side, back, forward, side, back, one more. Now let's do that rotation. Again, this is going to challenge your balance, so make sure that you've engaged your core muscles, your lower back and gluteal muscles to help with your posture. And let's reverse. Okay, now move to the other side of your platform. Repeat that on this other leg. So I think we did just forward and back to start. And then forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, then rotate around. That's one more, and then reverse. shake out your legs, get a drink of water, and come back and we'll start doing some action intervals using our disc. So, get your platform or your chair. We're going to do some mountain climbers. I like to do these on an incline. Gives me a little more room for my knees. If you want to progress it, you can put your hands on the floor. Again, and to modify it, just do one leg at a time. So let's start off with the modified mountain climber. Feet are on the disc. You're in a nice plank position. Modified, you can leave one foot without the disc. And let this one slide back and forth. Different mountain climber. Both feet on the disc. Do a lunge, one foot is on the floor without a disc, the other has a disc. You can slide forward into a lunge, slide backwards, slide out to the side, and repeat. What happens if we have both discs and you try and go out to the side? Maybe you have to move one in at a time. Out, out, in, in. Progression would be to do both legs simultaneously. And the maximum would be to not do the jump. Just bring in there. Oh, that's quite hard. Let's see what a burpee would look like. And I'm going to modify it with platform. Both feet on the disc. Squat down. Slide back. Slide forward. Stand up. You can add a push-up. And we can progress a plank into what they call a jack plank, where you're in a plank position, but your feet are going in and out. And this is a good exercise with the disc. The plank, you can go on your elbows and in and out. Let me grab the mat, and I'll show you a few things you can do on the mat on your back. Okay. So if you're familiar with a bridge, that's where you're laying your back, your feet about hip width apart, knees bent, and you lift your buttocks off the floor. You can progress this by putting one heel on a disc, and when you're in that up position, you slide that leg, a foot in and out. So bridge, in and out. And switch sides. Okay. I hope this has been a good introduction to using the disc for a workout. There's many other exercises you can do with it. I'll continue to learn, look online, see what other instructors are doing, and continue to incorporate it into some of my workouts. Get up from the floor, however you can. Have a great day. See you next time.